Hi, hello, this is a new chess video and I will show you this game played between Hans Niemann and Mamedyarov. He is from Azerbaijan, I guess, and played, and Rai Lopez was played, and I'm not really familiar with this opening, and and they're both very famous players. So Mamedyarov is famous with his sacrifices, and Hans Niemann he's also a super grandmaster, I guess, like one of the top 30 players. And Hans Niemann is with white pieces, and Mamedyarov with black pieces. E4 started with E4 and E5. So we can also request computer analysis to see. So E4 is the most common way to open the pieces because it allows the most flexibility, I guess. Like E4 is like sort of not very common, but there's an interesting statistics. So I guess anyway. So for example, it shows, I guess, some starting with B5 if they play. So it shows like whether they win or lose. So they lose, some win with those openings. So you can see that statistics on this website. And then they start with this opening. So it feels like he gave his pawn, but he can take it later. Hans Niemann can get it later, I guess. So, and then he back his bishop. And played d5, and he took this pawn, and now black is not up a pawn. So knight c5. So it seems the game is already unusual after the move knight. And the idea is, I think he wants to, so he doesn't want to exchange with knight because the bishop will still be strong. And if he's back to this square, Mamedyarov can have a chance to attack and still controlling some pieces. And he cannot easily threat the knight on c5, I guess. And this bishop is protecting, so I think it's fine. Queen e2, he so opening his pieces, and then so the protecting the pawn, and also in the future he can use his rook to e1 to protect this pawn too. So this is the main idea, and he's, I think, waiting black to make his move. And then g6. After g6, he can play his bishop. He's planning to play his bishop to g7, and it's hard to develop his bishop there. But if he's in g7, he can attack those pieces. So that's the main goal, I guess. And c3 was played. I would say this is an interesting move. So c3 stops the knight, and I think there's no other benefit of this. The other benefit is you can play like c2, but so I don't know. So I'm not sure that it is really the good idea. But on the other hand, so white cannot play his knight anywhere. So like except here, and going b1 is not the best idea. So that he can replace his bishop to open a place for knight, maybe, I don't know. Or so he played knight d4. So knight d4 seems also a good move and can attack the bishop, but I think he will take it. Yeah, he took this pawn. So what about? I think now black is up a pawn. So what's the point of playing it? I have no idea. And then engine says it was a mistake. So then he kicked this knight. There might be some attacks, and then knight seems so strong at the square, and maybe Hans calculated some tactics, but then it turns out they're not very solid attacks. So, and I have a feeling that the king is also not very secure there after the attack of to d4 or some other, so that the king is not super secure there. And then he took the bishop. So I don't know why he immediately took the bishop, but generally bishop is not less strong than knight, so that is I can understand that. And then next you have no choice but take it, because the knight is attacking your queen, so you have to do something about it. And then he took the knight, obviously, and he took the pawn with his pawn. So he doesn't care the pawn structure because there's no other piece to take it. But now he can take with his knight, so that it prevents king from going somewhere else. And it seems it is a dangerous for safety of the black king. However, the white king is also not safe. So if the white king is not safe, then that might be a thing, but I think it's also not safe. So he took the f5 pawn and threading this bishop, and now he cannot castle. I guess castling is not the best idea right now. So the next move is bishop f6. So I think after this move the white should do something, because white is down a lot of pieces. So I don't know what white imagined, but so from this point then I cannot say that black really has. So besides he can castle the other side, so it's there's a chance that he can play queen d7 and he can attack this knight and then castle the other side. So what is yeah, so that there's no that clear attack to the pieces. So I think Hans is trying to sacrifice his pieces like him. I don't know. So he played bishop to c2, because bishop is, so he's trying to activate his pieces, but I'm sure there's no concrete idea behind this move. But he's just thinking, I have to activate my pieces, and this is the best move, and bishop is not doing anything there, and he cannot play his knight anywhere. So maybe not that best move, but let's see. And then knight b+, that's a strange move, because it's unusual that knight is going back. It seems, I don't know, maybe not that good move. So so the idea is maybe he can play he can place the knight to e5 even, and then can have other plans. So he played d4. So he can take back one pawn after this move, but I think there's a way to defend by queen e7, basically defend this bishop, and then e1 will make things. Wow. So the white pieces are quite active now, but is this really enough to compensate this pawn? But I don't know. So he took the knight. So that's interesting move. So now, so Mamedyarov is not really sacrificing a lot of pieces in this game, and he's like, Hans is really attacking. Hans wants to win the game. And then, as I said, he can castle this side and he castle this side. And then I think now white, so the game is not that different, like just one pawn up a pawn, but the white pieces are all looking to this side. But the black king is like at the other side. It's quite very secure. Now, but so the black rook is can attack the king of the white pieces. But it seems I cannot see any imminent threat to black pieces. So this is a very big problem for white, I guess. So he always planned to attack this side. Anyway, let's see the next move is knight b3. So he's shifting his pieces to the king side, maybe. So before there was a idea of bishop b3 to bishop c2, and he played his pawn. So this move allowed him to replace the knight to the b3, and queen d6. Queen d6. So queen d6 is also centralizing the queen, and queen can attack many places, I guess. So, but I can't see what is the main idea. So maybe he can bring his rook to here, the e8 or something, but I don't think so. And he did. So, and then a4. So white is suddenly looking for the king side, like what did I do? And then he's trying to gain advantage in the other side. And then the game is equal. Interesting. Wow. And then queen d2 is protecting the knight, but this pawn in danger or not, I don't know. So as I said before, this g8 may be danger for him, and he can place his queen to d6 or something, some other places, or he can play his bishop to there, like g3. So he took the pawn. He took the pawn, and white seems not bad now. And he placed his rook to g4, and there is a protector. So this is a great place to stay, because the bishop is protecting, and he is also attacking this pawn, and this rook can support it, and he can attack this. It's sort of not very likely the can beat him, but it's not bad. And I played knight, and he can just do it. You can just ask him to play. Wow. And then he took his, wow, what happened in the game? So he took his knight, and he took the rook, and he took the pawn. So now I think black did something risky, so sort of, but I think white is losing now. So because this piece is hanging there and there's no protection, and black has a lot of pawns, and pawns are important at the endgame especially. So let's see, and rook played there, and bishop d1 was played to protect it, but it is useless, he will take it, and he took it, and they exchanged those pieces, and then so protecting this knight there in the center. That's so strange position, like queen and rook is protecting the knight in the middle of the board. Rook e4 was played, and then queen has to check, escape, and Maybe there is that trick that rook b3, but not really that much threat. And then the rest is sort of boring endgame, I guess. But yeah, so they play like this, and then who is winning? Wow, so then obviously black is winning in this game, and then white doesn't even have to try. But white played very originally and very positionally. He tried his best, but I think black was very good at this game, and then he just resigned after the 57 moves. And so it seems like, according to the engine, white is winning so far up to 25 moves, and then black is going better. Does it mean that? Yeah, anyway, things are changing after the move 25. So thanks for watching this video, and if you are interested in chess videos, you can subscribe and like those videos, and see you. Bye bye.